I mean, it kind of reminds me, like, like Trotskyites, right? You talk to a lot of Trotskyites, they'll say, well, the Soviet Union was good from like 1917 till 1924. And after that, it was bad. It was Stalinist. And it's like, you want to say, step back for a minute, okay? 1917, 15 different countries invade the Soviet Union, right? There's a blockade. Medicine cannot get into the Soviet Union. Food cannot get into the Soviet Union. The Red Army is fighting for its life against the White Army. There's awful things going on. The Red Army is conscripting everybody. The White Army is forcibly conscripting everybody. The White Army is committing horrendous anti-Semitic atrocities, going to whole Jewish villages and just slaughtering everyone because they're this anti-Semitic thing. Well, if they're Jewish, they must be communists. It was just a horrendous situation, the Russian Civil War, right? After the Russian Civil War, they're blockaded, right? And then Lenin implements the new economic policy so they can start to have like some small businesses to just barely get the economy going again. It's awful, right? This is the time Trotskyites think was good. Like, meanwhile, 1928, Stalin launches the 5-year plans. And all of a sudden, one of the most poor countries in the world is rapidly industrializing, getting electricity, getting housing, getting running water. Millions of people are being raised out of poverty. They're building some of the biggest electrical power plants in the world. They're like making like groundbreaking films with Sergei Eisenstein. They have the best ballet dancers in the world. They're like, the rest of the world's having a Great Depression and everyone's in awe of what they're doing. And it's like this huge, huge construction effort and mobilization. And it's like, even like some of the most pro-capitalist people in the world are going, wow, I've never seen anything like this. This is unbelievable. That's the bad time. That's when the evil Stalin, like, these people are out of touch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's beyond me. The time when Lenin and Trotsky, that was, it was a bad time. The time when Stalin gets in is a time that for like the first time we see the Soviet Union rising up from nothing and building a strong socialist economy, an economy that then is able to finally withstand a Nazi invasion that kills 26 million people. I mean, it's like so Stalin, the years of Stalin are bad. The years of Trotsky, when millions of people are dying, there's a bloody civil war going on, people are starving, that's good. Does it ever strike you that these people might just be a little out of touch with like reality?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
And we're not saying that Trotsky was responsible for any of that.
No, of course not. But it's to maintain that those were the good years, and the bad years were when Stalin was raising all these people out of poverty. It doesn't matter how people are actually feeling. It matters what's being written in the books, and that's one tendency that I see in a lot of leftists. It's like it doesn't matter how people's lives are actually affected. What matters is when people mutter the right magic Marxist words, right? And that's a pet peeve. That's not materialism, I'm sorry. And I mean, the Stalin years had big problems too. We know about the Great Terror, they call it, the fear. That was in 1937. A lot of people were turning in their neighbors, and there was a lot of fear of Nazi spies, and there was a crackdown, and people have different interpretations of that period, but it was bad. That was bad. But compared to the early years in the immediate aftermath of the Russian Revolution, I mean, it was far better. I mean, people were eating every day. I mean, people had running water. People had electricity. So, I mean, it's just kind of shocking to me. And that's when I feel like in some cases, being a leftist, and it can become more like religion and less like scientific Marxism, when it's like, well, did the leaders say the right magical words? Well, that isn't exactly what should really matter in terms of politics. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I had that argument with a group of people once before. Results do matter. Like, you can claim that your ideological preference would do this or do that, but in the end, results are very significant. They do mean something.
Indeed.